The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
No Victory Tuesday music either. We got to wait till Friday for Victory Cowboys stampede into a new weekend against the Detroit Lions this week inside the SWBC podcast studio. Bill Jones, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola. And right off the top, let's get to something that Mickey just said that he wanted to talk about yesterday and we didn't get to, and that would be Noah Brown.
Noah Brown.
Because I don't want to forget it.
Big fella.
I don't know why it came up, but I know. It was they were showing the loop upstairs, NFL Network, on one of the TVs that's kind of in our area, and they were replaying the game, and it got to the end of the half, and I said, oh, I almost forgot about that. They ruled it a touchdown, the catch in the end zone. Now, they changed it, and it was right.
It was right. That was a correct
call. He only
call.
got 1 foot down. But the foot that didn't get down landed on his other foot. If it had landed on the ground, it's a touchdown, right? But it came down. It was, I want to say, the right foot landed on the left foot.
That's exactly right.
And then his butt hit, and it was out of bounds. And it was like that close. Those extra 4 points.
To go along with the 4 points on the offsides, to go along with the 3 points on the 4th and 1.
Well, even if you don't count those, and it's
there's 11 points.
And
right
what
there.
if it's
We're going to win this game by the end of the week.
Damn it, we got him. We got him.
I mean, it could be
That's a replay.
it could be 26-21, right? If they got the extra 4 points, it's 26-21 when you're driving, and now you can. Instead of thinking, well, I got to have.
If you take away,
I got to have 2 scores. I only need 1. You're not kicking that field goal. You're throwing for the end zone.
We just won the game here.
Yes.
Okay, you got the 4 points there. That gets the Cowboys to 21, right?
Yeah.
We're going to take away the 4 points that Dante Fowler gave them on the offsides. And so now the Eagles lead 22-21. And instead, we're going to go ahead and challenge the
First down.
the first down.
Yes.
And so they're not getting the ball for a field goal on a 1-yard drive. And so that gets them down to 19 points. And who picked 21-19? I think somebody here picked it 21-19. There it is.
I think it was 23-20.
Okay.
Yeah, 23-20.
That might have been the best thing Jerry said today when they asked him.
Jerry was on the radio this morning, and here's your report from Mickey Spagnola.
When they asked him about the 4th and 1, and he goes, yeah, that was a mistake. And I wasn't sure what he meant. There was the mistake on the officials because it was,
or the mistake
on not challenging it.
Because either way, if you challenge, it's in the first half. Am I correct?
Yes. So you lose a timeout.
It's no
right?
big deal.
Right.
And at the same time, let's everybody calm down. Right? That would have been a great opportunity for that. And so don't let them rush you. He seemed to be rushed. You have everything in your control because we got the ball in our hands, and it's only the first half, so it's no big deal. We're marching. So now we can just play some type of really revisionist music, I guess, because this is definitely
the revisionist history here.
But the thing that we know is
you got some music, Chris, some updated, optimistic music that we can play while we replay this game in our heads, and now we're tied for first in the NFC East.
But the problem is they didn't get a replay like we got to see it and say, oh yeah, they missed the call.
I didn't get the replay. We didn't get the replay.
Not in time.
I didn't get the replay.
What he's saying is he didn't need the replay.
I said when he reached and touched the 35-yard line, I'm like, okay, now there's a possibility the knee was down. I can't see that part of it.
Right.
And so I just assumed that the Cowboys saw it on their side of the field.
They did not.
Which they did not.
No, they did not.
Where it looked like the lady side judge had it right until she swerved because she saw the other guy. It's like, come on.
And that's where we have to take control of that situation.
Yeah.
We don't leave that in the referee's hands. And I'm just sorry. I don't see why that's such a difficult decision to make.
And I bet
Because you slow everything down at the same time.
But somebody on the sideline had to be standing on that yard line.
Yeah.
Chances are you're standing closer to where you snapped the
Right,
ball, right?
right.
So somebody had to see it from that angle. I wonder.
That's why you still have to have the replay.
What? They've got
just challenge it.
They've got 29. They got 29 coaches to go to these games. Somebody needs to stand right on the first down line.
They need somebody
right?
on the first and the goal line.
Right.
Because we have gotten screwed on many goal lines.
You know what? They don't let you down there for that.
Well, yeah,
Mickey, that's
what?
your role.
My job?
That needs to
That's
be.
it.
You're guaranteed a spot on the charter this way.
No, I can see Spags up in the chair like at the tennis match.
Like I told you.
And he's on the goal line.
No, you get a sideline pass,
right?
And
I
it's
just
your
stand
job to be. You're working the sticks. Okay.
I think my pass would have to be upgraded to be in the bench area during the game.
No. What?
Oh, I'm on the outside of the
No,
bench
how do you
area.
get to be a part of the chain gang? Working the sticks.
Right.
That's what
Oh,
you need to do.
wow,
You
there
need
we
that
go.
job.
And then I could have a flag.
But
and,
we got to have somebody in the end zone because we've gotten screwed too many times on quarterback sneaks in the end zone where Dak is laying his crotch is in the end zone, but yet we didn't score.
I could have a flag, right? Like what was the restaurant that when you wanted more food?
Ponchos Mexican food
and you raised the flag.
And then
right?
the Brazilian steak joints as well. You know, you want what you turn green or red.
Oh, is that what it is?
You turn the thing over, yeah, and then you want more meat or you don't want meat.
That would be a great retirement job. That'd be almost as good as the guy that inspects the uniforms before the game, right? That's what you need. You need that job.
I could do that.
Merton Hanks' job?
No.
First,
let's be it. Tony Hill was the worst at breaking the dress
and
code.
he ended up being.
And he ended up being the guy.
Merton Hanks.
Can you believe that?
And then
how did he get that job?
And then Alonzo Highsmith took over.
How does that happen, man? Who do they just go pick random guys?
I don't know how you did it.
I mean, to pick Highsmith. And H's. That's it's alphabetical. Okay, I got it.
Right?
There you go.
It's going to be a long time before you get around the walls.
That'd be a good job for you. Get all the guys that were
the worst.
That protested everything
I
in
was
their
one
career,
of the
right?
worst.
Yeah.
But Tony Hill, they taught me. You cut the jersey short. We don't want the jersey all down in our pants. You can't really reach the way you want to. Plus, it doesn't look good. You want the towel to hang down right. And then the socks had to be so many stripes showing.
Right.
Come on, man. Who cares? So the referee's going around worried about all that crap. Man, make a call or don't make a call. Don't worry about how I look when I'm dressed.
Or be like baseball, right? Everybody wears their socks differently anyway.
Why not? Who cares?
Wear them up to your knees or down to your no-show. Mm-hmm. We used to pull them all the way up to our knees. We wanted all that to show.
I was accustomed to being checked because at Grambling, they hated for you to wear white shoes or white tape on your black shoes. That was Rob's tradition. Hell, damn it, we're wearing black shoes. Don't come with that white stuff. We don't wear no white. It's too fancy. We want to be a team. So, of course, we started spatting. I learned how to spat just from sneaking around, trying to spat in the locker room, and they would be waiting at the front with a black spray can, spray paint in a can. So,
and they spray it black?
Yeah, I mean, all up your sock. All up here. I mean, come on, coach. So what I would do, I would spat, and then I would put layers on the outside, easily removable, right?
Yep.
So when they say, oh, coach, man, that's messed up. You're spraying my spat, because that looks sweet on the field. And so I go out on the field and I just take off the little excess tape.
There you
I'm
go.
white again.
There you go.
Hell, damn it. Come on, coach. He's got the white shoes. Oh, hell no. So that's my Eddie
Didn't they
Robinson
understand that black shoes make you look slower?
Thank you. And I was slow enough. So I wanted to look fleet of foot.
See, at Irving MacArthur, we wore red shoes. We were Cardinals.
That's not bad.
No, you look really slow.
Oh.
You don't jump very high at all when you got bright red shoes
Well,
on.
it could be just all the white guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be it too. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't think when we were in high school, white shoes were a thing yet.
And that's where Eddie was stuck in
Yeah.
those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was black shoes back then.
Before we leave the Philadelphia
Yes.
encounter and the 4th and 1, it occurred to me last night how much, obviously, the most famous 4th and 1 failure in Cowboys history was in 1995
In Philadelphia.
Load left. But I got to thinking, as much as coaches these days, they go for it on 4th. You can be at your own 29-yard line, or in this case, on the other night. People weren't as upset with McCarthy going for it on 4th and 1 at the 34 as they were, you need a challenge or don't throw a pass or whatever. They didn't. They were fine with going for it on 4th and 1. Barry Switzer was so far ahead of his time going for it on 4th and 1 at the 29-yard line. He was.
He already
now the analytics.
Analytics, yes.
Barry had the analytics
Barry
back
was
in
the
1995.
father of analytics.
That's right.
Wow. The father of analytics.
Not when if you go for it and miss it, you're automatically going to lose the game.
That's analytics, man. You got to live and die with the numbers, baby.
There's a different analytic in there. I guarantee you that.
I'm not so sure about that. You need to check with your analytics folks.
There's not 25. I don't have any, by the way. There's not 25 minutes left in the game.
I brought it up last night during the game. Did you guys watch it at all?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, I got a new rule too, but go ahead.
It was a moment there to where, like 33 seconds left in the game.
I saw you tweeted about it.
Yeah, it was silly. He
see
had
it.
3 timeouts left.
Who had the ball?
Chargers had the ball.
Oh, okay. So this is Brandon Staley who went for it.
See what I'm
went
saying?
for it on
See what I'm
4th
saying?
down at his own
Yeah,
16-yard line.
that guy's an analytics guy.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, he really takes a lot of chances.
Okay, so
Three timeouts, 33 seconds left, and he's at midfield. All you need is a field goal.
Right.
They decided to let the clock run out. They just let the clock run down, period. They did not use, they used the one timeout. They used the one timeout of the 3 that they had left for a Hail Mary pretty much on the other side of the 40-yard line by the time he drops back and heaves it, which I just thought was, wow. This was the Chargers.
The end of the game.
The end of the game.
Not overtime.
That determined overtime. That put it into overtime.
Yeah.
Because he chose not to use his 3 timeouts, 33 seconds left, pretty much on their own 45.
And knowing, by the way, his kicker was hurt. And you're going to play to maybe go overtime.
Well, maybe
that's
I
why
believe that's why he went for the Hail Mary, because he
Yeah.
didn't think his kicker. But they had a backup kicker going with that.
But yeah, he was 1 of 4 at Alabama.
Hey man, look, if you got a chance
That
to
kid
kick that,
made him.
and so here's the thing.
Did you see him afterwards? He sounded like the kicker. They interviewed him.
Yeah, I got bored.
He sounded like a kicker.
I'm so bored.
He was just kind of
I was so bored. I told my son, why don't he stop talking?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's saying. Even nobody cares.
But I can't imagine, though, every time he kicked the ball, he landed on the ground.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand the pain.
And you know, the fact that he continued to kick, that really negates your decision not to use your timeout.
I guess.
Yeah, because you still kicked 4 field goals for you. So if that was your thing, you're gonna save your last timeout. 1 second left so that they could have a Hail Mary.
Right.
I just thought that was such a bad use of your resources.
I thought it was going to be the after he made the field goal, they were going to carry him off the field. What was the quarterback that did it in college? Guy at Marshall,
So they didn't have their kicker?
They had the kicker, but
Dustin Hopkins.
So he went in the game supposedly.
He was injured during his
he
first
had a
kick.
quad, but
Okay.
I think it was a hamstring this time.
It was the quad, and then he hurt after the first kick.
And they
then
interviewed
it was the
him.
hamstring was injured.
And when they interviewed
Yeah.
him after the game, they talked about the injury. She never asked, so what did you hurt? Like, we assumed it was his hamstring, right? But so every time he kicked the ball, he couldn't come down on that foot. He had to. He
relax,
landed and he fell down
in a lunge
So I
position.
figured they're going to carry him off the field.
So he
The guy
could-
you're talking about is Leftwich.
Leftwich, yeah. Remember in
From
college?
Marshall. Remember they carried him down the
Yes.
field.
Byron-
they
Byron Leftwich.
carried. They
Yeah,
literally
Byron
carried
Leftwich.
him from play to
I
from
thought
play
they were going to carry
Oh.
the kicker after he made the
Well,
field goal.
no. Left was being carried during the game.
During the game,
Yes,
right, to
yeah.
get him because he
Yeah.
threw the long pass and had a
Right.
long way to go.
Oh, that was good stuff though. That was very heroic.
So I want to ask you, and I said, I got to remember this. Had you ever been called for 4 interferences in one game?
I have not. No, I've had 2 in one game. Yeah, two is really a DB's max.
Right?
If you go 3, that's like okay, man.
How many did Anthony Brown get called for in Thanksgiving?
Maybe 2?
Okay.
Maybe
2 is your limit.
And I'm thinking,
I mean, they were ridiculous.
Yeah.
well,
this guy's all his were legit.
they were legit,
Yeah,
right? The one he argued about?
Yeah, I
It's
know
like,
what you doing, dude? You
grabbed the
grabbed the
guy. And I'm
Like,
thinking,
come on, I can't grab him. No, you can't.
I'm thinking if he gets one more, is he disqualified like
Right.
basketball?
You know what?
5
There
fouls,
should
you're
be
out.
a limit. There should be a
The
max.
same one.
There should be a max.
Anthony Brown had 4 defensive pass interference penalties on Thanksgiving.
4.
That's why I'm
They
calling
weren't-
up the story right now.
They weren't holds. They were.
Hold on a second.
I am
PIs?
with you. There should be a maximum, and then you get kicked out the game.
It was against the Raiders, Thanksgiving, 36-33 loss. He was flagged 4 times in Thursday's game for defensive pass interference. All 4 penalties happened on 3rd downs. Uh-oh.
So listen, what about Connor? Did he
Connor Williams?
Did he have more than 4 holdings in one game?
I don't think.
Did he have 4
than
more? He never
4.
reached.
Yeah,
and
I don't
that's a lot.
That's.
I mean, because he was flagged a lot, and he didn't even make it to 4, did he?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
No, I
This
mean
guy had
maybe
4. I think he was a rookie too, wasn't he?
Who was it?
I don't know about rookie, but it's his first time starting. I do
Starting. Maybe
believe.
that was it.
Yeah.
Willie. Was it William?
Number 27. That's all.
Yeah, I just remember the number.
Something Harris. I think it was Harris.
All right, I can call up I'll look up the Connor Williams penalty tracker in the break, and we'll come back with much more. In fact, interesting statistics from Week 6 in the National Football League. Something in common for the winning quarterbacks over the weekend when we come back here on Mick Shots.
Yeah.
The Medal of Honor is our country's highest military award for valor in combat. More than 40 million individuals have served in the armed forces since the Civil War. Fewer than 4,000 have received the Medal of Honor. The National Medal of Honor Museum will be a place to preserve these legacies and inspire America. It's being built right next door to the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. Help us honor our country's greatest heroes. Learn more and get involved at mohmuseum.org.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh, yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What do you call a group of grown men and women with their faces painted silver and blue who get together every week to share a 3-hour-long ritual of jumping, singing, and toasting Miller Lite in 10-gallon hats while yelling, "How about them Cowboys?" You call it Miller Time in Dallas. Here's to the Cowboys. Here's to the original light beer. It's Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2021 Miller Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cape Post Roofing and Waterproofing, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys From corporate homes to your home, have your roof checked by choice, not by chance. Call now, 214-225-4860, and that would be kpostcompany.com.
Was that a pause for effect?
I was thinking it was Tuesday, and I've got a different read for Tuesday, but that's only on the second.
Understand, nothing Mickey does on his read is by design.
That's right.
All a mistake.
There's no dramatic effect. It just happens that way. All right, your question about holding penalty.
I was asking about what was the max for Connor Williams? Did he ever have 4 holding penalties?
All right,
the way DB had 4 passing interference calls.
And so I've got his 2021 penalty log called up, and we can go through his season last year. Offensive holding twice against Tampa Bay. Philadelphia, 3 offensive holding penalties. New England, he had 3 offensive holding penalties and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Which came after the third
I
call.
think so. That's right. Minnesota just had 1 hold, so we're getting better. Atlanta, 2 offensive holds and a chop block. Arizona, an offensive hold. Philly, an offensive hold. And in the playoff game against San Francisco, he had 1 holding and 1 false start. Mickey then asked the question, well, how's he doing this year in Miami? Well, this year in Miami against Baltimore, he had an illegal block above the waist. Against Buffalo, he had a false start.
Waist.
Against Buffalo, he had a false start. Against the Jets, he had an unnecessary roughness. And against Minnesota this past weekend, he was inelibly downfield. He has 0
holds.
0 holds.
You know why? He's not playing for the Cowboys.
Not playing for America's team anymore.
Isn't that something?
Yep.
Because I saw a half dozen holds out there on Philadelphia. They didn't get called,
Isn't that
by
something?
the way.
He's also playing center, so you have help.
Yeah, he's also playing center.
Whoa. Did we know that?
Yes.
We tried it in preseason, right?
Yeah, and so that's why he was playing guard here. So he worked on his
So you're
his
looking at
snapping
holding calls from his last Cowboy year.
That's right.
That's at least, was that 10, 12?
I've got the total number here.
I want to say it was a dozen.
It was holds. He had 11 holding penalties for 110 yards. And false starts, he had 1 unsportsmanlike conduct, and 1 chop block.
So, when you look at the yards, it's not just the yards on holding. It's the play that was negated that goes with that.
Sort of
so
like
really, you could look at real yards. Yeah. It's way more than that.
It's hidden yardage.
It's like the hold on that punt return when they got called for, which wasn't holding.
Right.
And they were at the 40, and when time was over, they were at the
10.
7 or something like that. That was the bad one. Which, by the way, in the first half on Sunday, I just saw my notes, the Cowboys didn't cross the 50-yard line until Turpin returned that punt 62 yards. That was the first time they crossed the 50.
I love that kid. I'm so
he
excited.
had one.
I'm so excited for him.
That first one, he had it. The one that he did get, there was just so much traffic around him. He couldn't
They better stop giving him room to return. I would not kick it to him. I would just kick it up in the air.
And that was a kickoff return, not a punt return. The 62.
The 62. Yeah.
Right.
The first kickoff. It's short. He's gone.
Yeah.
He slips on the grass, right? And he started pounding his feet like he was giving a tantrum, right? Laying on his back. And then the other one, and it's like his ability to go from 0 to 62 miles an hour, he just starts so fast.
They need to treat him the way they treated Deion. When Deion was returning with the Falcons, he said, "Look, guys, just get out of my way. You're in the way. I love your blocking.
Mean your blockers?
Yes, just get out of the way, guys. I mean, I don't need much, and he's the same way. Turpin is the same way.
Just get him started,
He doesn't need much. Just kind of let him do his thing, man.
Oh, it was, it was
amazing. There's more to come for this guy. I love it.
And the other thing I saw, probably we didn't bring it up on Maher's 59 yard kick. If you go back and look at the snap, I don't know if it came down low, but Anger had to double put it down.
Yeah.
Like he.
Yeah, I saw that as it happened. I thought it was a bad snap, and
I think Maurer had to delay just a fraction of a second.
And that allows
right?
you to kick it more to the right than to the left.
Yeah, because you're late.
Yeah, and I was
he got it down.
But
well,
the laces,
but it was
and the laces didn't make it all the way.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking. However he put it down, the laces were not
looked
right.
Like the
That's
snap
why
was
it
a little
stayed
bit like that.
Maybe
a little bit inside. Yeah, I thought live, and you couldn't see it on the replay because the angle on the replay you couldn't see where the ball wound up.
Yeah. But
I thought that same thing.
And that was just kind of these little things.
But there
you
again,
see.
There's 3 more points.
Right? Yeah.
So now the Cowboys win 24-19.
You gotta find some music, Chris.
Well, let's see. No, it's
gotta find some piano
it's 26-20. You onside kick, and you got a chance to throw a Hail Mary.
Oh, we've already got the Cowboys.
Oh, we've already got the other
Cowboys
points.
already won the game 21-19. Now we just added 3 more points. If that had gone right, it's 24-19.
But the disparity at halftime, yards. Philadelphia had 178. The Cowboys had 81. Philadelphia had 12 first downs. The Cowboys had 4. The only thing that was plays. Philadelphia had 38. The Cowboys 26. Passing 111 to 36. And the quarterback ratings 1 to 101.
I thought I saw that.
1 to 101.
Yeah.
His quarterback rating was 1.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Really?
1.0.
I didn't see that.
I know I saw that. Yeah. That was very weird.
I'm not sure I ever saw it.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I might have known what would have made it 0.
Minus the 1 completion? I don't know.
Well, do you not get credit for any of your completions?
I think they have to go somewhere, right? They have to actually result in positive yardage.
He was 5 for 16 for 36 yards.
Okay, so these are the halftime numbers you're
yes,
talking about.
This halftime,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
Okay.
That was ugly.
1.0.
That was ugly.
Unbelievable.
I mean, why even have the point in?
And they still were in the game 20-17.
All right. To that point.
Yes.
Quarterbacks in Week 6. First off, this week, how many teams scored 30 points in a game this week?
3.
That's right.
That was going to be my guess.
3 teams, which brings the season total to 29. In 6 weeks of the season, only 29 times has a team scored 30 points in a game.
So how many?
That percentage is really low.
Yeah.
How many games have there been played?
That's
pretty high math.
Well, it was 5 times 16.
4 teams had buys this last week.
Now we're entering the bye season, so it was 16 times 5, which is
that's 80.
80, and then this week you had 14 games, 94.
It's 94.
Okay, 94. So so that would be 88 chances.
Mm-hmm.
And 29 out of 188, so whatever that percentage is.
29 of 188.
You don't have a calculator on your phone?
No, man.
He's an Android.
No, I wrote it down to figure it out later.
It's 15.4%.
15.4%. All right.
Still got BlackBerry.
Yeah, so there you go. All right. How about these were – all right, I'm going to list off these quarterback passing numbers, okay? Carson Wentz, 99 yards. Marcus Mariota.
Wait, total?
Total passing yards. Okay? These are the winning quarterbacks from Week 6. Winning quarterbacks. Carson Wentz, 99 yards. Marcus Mariota, 129. Zach Wilson, 110 yards. Kirk Cousins, 175. Daniel Jones, 173. Mitch Trubisky, 144. And Geno Smith, 197. Jalen Hurts, 155. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the winning quarterbacks had less than 200 yards passing.
You could add the Chargers to that.
No, Herbert was 238.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lit it up.
Yeah.
Maybe he did it in overtime.
I think he did. For a minute there, I thought I remember seeing 170-something.
So those were your winning quarterbacks. Had 8 of them had less than 200 yards passing in a game.
Did any of the winners have more?
And Bailey Zappi had 309 in a 38-15 win for New England. No picks, 2 touchdowns. Matt Ryan had 389 in Indianapolis, 34-27. There's another one of your 30-point games, 389. Joe Burrow had 300, and they scored 30 points. And then the only other one was Josh Allen had 329 in a 24-20 win over Kansas City. Mahomes threw for 338 in that game. The only other quarterback to throw for 300 was Teddy Bridgewater off the bench in a 24-16 loss to Minnesota. So here's the key stat, though, for the quarterbacks. The winning quarterbacks, okay, so you got 14 wins here, 14 games. How many interceptions did the winning quarterbacks throw in the games this weekend? How many interceptions for the winning quarterbacks?
Out of all of those guys you have over there? 5.
I'm going to go 10.
2.
Wow.
The winning teams only threw 2 interceptions. So 14
total.
14 games.
Oh, the winning teams.
The winning teams had 2 interceptions. 22 touchdowns. The losing teams threw 15 picks.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know why.
That's the trend now, guys.
There you go.
That's the trend.
The ball
and take it back to the Cowboys. What did Cooper Rush do during his 4 wins?
No
interceptions.
4 touchdowns.
And there were three picks in this game.
Yeah, and 2 of them. So,
we're going to take away 2?
Did you? Well, we can't.
No.
But if we did, then that would get their point total down to.
Where is the music, Chris?
So of those games, the winning quarterbacks threw for less than 200. Then how much did the losing quarterback throw if they got beat by
most
somebody?
Most of them had more than
probably
the winning
had more because they were losing.
They were trying to catch
up. Now, before we go. God, something I wanted to ask you guys. I'm having a senior moment. Never mind. Let's take a break, and I'll be ready for it when I come back.
All right, the lowest passing total for a starting quarterback, P.J. Walker for the Carolina Panthers threw for 60 yards against the Rams.
Was he replaced?
We're blaming Baker Mayfield.
Was he
for
replaced?
No,
and he started. It got replaced by Jacob Eason, and he went for 59. So they had totaled 119.
And P.J. Walker was Matt Rule's guy from Temple.
That's right.
Might be why he's looking for a job.
Robbie Anderson was his guy from Temple.
Yeah, he sure was.
And Robbie Anderson is now with the Arizona Cardinals. How desperate are the Cardinals right now?
I thought that was a good move for them, though. I mean, I think they needed a wide receiver because right now, Kyler's looking like
and Hollywood Brown got hurt.
Yeah,
and Hopkins is not back yet.
No, he's back this week. This week,
Yeah, okay.
And they got a Thursday game.
So that was a good sign for them. I think they needed Robbie more than Robbie needed them, actually.
Oh, I think Robbie probably needed them too.
Robbie needed them pretty good.
Considering he got sent to the locker room arguing with his wide receiver.
No, quickly he was gone. I mean, that just lets you know if they want to make moves, they can make moves.
How quickly was Steve Keim, the Cardinals GM, on the phone to them as soon as Hollywood Brown
was gone? I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened here? Oh, man.
Which, by the way,
he didn't even have a chance to pack.
Which, by the way, I would have said that Cliff Kingsbury's on the hot seat right now.
Oh, no doubt about it.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He signed a contract extension. He's under contract through 2027.
Have any teams fired coaches and swallowed that?
Well, Carolina just did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
we're talking. What is it? 5
is it
years?
More money than Rule?
No, you can't. Rule's making.
It can
unbelievable.
It can happen. It can happen. Because, when they brought him in, they know they brought him in under weird circumstances anyway. He just got fired from Texas Tech. And he gets you fall uphill? How do you do that?
Here's the other thing is Kyler Murray's college quarterback isn't far away. Kyler Murray's college head coach isn't far away.
Gotcha.
And Lincoln Riley. He's on a bye this week. You might be interviewing for the job.
And in the
that would be fast.
In the NFL, you don't have to go to your alumni to pay off a contract. By the way.
Hell, there you go.
Fire them.
All right, we're gonna fire some more people when we come back here on Mick Shots.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh, yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Medal of Honor is our country's highest military award for valor in combat. More than 40 million individuals have served in the armed forces since the Civil War. Fewer than 4,000 have received the Medal of Honor. The National Medal of Honor Museum will be a place to preserve these legacies and inspire America. It's being built right next door to the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. Help us honor our country's greatest heroes. Learn more and get involved at mohmuseum.org.
The season is finally here. For months, we've been gearing up to win. Now it's time for the team that performs on any field, United Ag and Turf. With John Deere zero turns for mowing, compact tractors for loading, mini excavators for digging, Gator utility vehicles for hauling, implements for grading, hay tools for baling. United Ag and Turf, for winning. The official Ag and Turf equipment supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com for more. Back to Mick Shots.
Miller Lite is proud to bring you QBBQ Fest, located at Miller Lighthouse at AT&T Stadium. Join your Cowboys from November 4th through the 6th for some of the best barbecue in the country. Get your tickets today at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium.
It's Q Barbecue?
Q Barbecue.
Oh, I thought you messed that up.
All right.
I can't mess it up that bad.
Final 9 minutes here of Mick Shots, and I've emptied my legal pad.
Oh, no. Now I got to start digging.
We start digging into your legal pad here. You listened to Jerry, and nothing newsworthy coming out of Jerry this morning?
So he was extremely optimistic that Dak Prescott would play on Sunday. He didn't come right out and say it. Steven didn't either. I think Mike McCarthy suggested heavily on Monday that, the one thing they got to watch is for his timing. He probably gets medical clearance today or tomorrow whenever he sees the surgeon one more time.
His timing on passes?
Yeah, I was going to say,
just
timing on healing or passing?
No, on just playing.
Did we see the timing on passes Sunday night?
Yeah.
I knew what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
There you go. The last interception, guys, I hate to break into that, but the last interception, what did you think about that last interception?
Well, he got
hit. CD? Where CD was running free?
Yes.
He got hit.
Yes. Yes.
He got blasted.
What did you think about what occurred down the field?
CD didn't really adjust to the ball.
Oh, he adjusted all right.
No, he kept going.
Yeah, that's how he adjusted. he veered. He's like, oh, there's a guy coming. The ball's there, guy coming. Business decision. He veered outward. He didn't veer inside the guy. He veered away from the guy as he was catching the ball. And to me, and I know that would have been a tough play, but as a wide receiver, I'm going to protect my quarterback's numbers. You're not going to catch that ball. You're not going to catch that ball. I am going to meet you at the ball. I won't be able to meet you diving in, trying to catch it. But if nothing else, I could gather myself, and I know CD is an athletic person, to where he could gather himself and somehow try and create a mishap in regards to him catching the ball. You could see that he clearly saw the DB dive, and he veered. He did not
but he was past the ball.
No, he wasn't.
You sure?
No, I am positive.
I thought he was.
Let's
past
take a look at it.
He would have had to come back because
he would have had to veer. He would have had to veer into him. He veered away from him. And to me,
here you go. I got it right here.
I was thinking he didn't see the guy in the play.
Yeah, he saw him. Okay, you as good as he is, and I'm no wide receiver, but I can see when the ball's coming down. Come on now, look at that. Come on, that's a business decision easily.
All right, Mickey, I'll let you look at it.
That's a business decision easily. That's a bam play right there. Okay, and I know that Coach McCarthy is looking at him side-eyed right now, going, "Hey, bro."
Well, they already said it.
Yeah,
you got to go at least touch him.
Something
like.
Oh, you mean even after the pick? No, my thing that would have been
a tackle.
That still would have been less than what I would need from him.
I see.
He's got to come in and make. This is time, man. You want to make sure he doesn't catch that ball. It was a difficult catch anyway.
Right.
All you needed was some type of interference. That's all you needed. And he made a business decision, and that is not good,
And you never know who
man.
they're going to call interference.
That is not good.
You know what's interesting about that? Because typically you do the game is shot from a high angle, okay, and typically this is a TV production thing. So now, at this level, they will be rolling on their live camera, okay, where you'll get the replay. They have access to a replay there. But typically, your replays come from different camera angles. And so the camera angle that we saw on the coverage Sunday night was like a ground level.
Yeah.
And so you don't have the perspective of exactly where CD was. So what you saw that live. Okay, you saw the angle that CD took. Mm-hmm. If you weren't paying that close of attention, you wouldn't have noticed because they didn't show the replay of that high angle shot.
They just showed him catching the ball.
But if you go back and look at the live real-time shot of it, it's exactly what you're talking about. But on the replays, you don't get that perspective.
Right.
Well, because they were concentrating on the defensive player making the catch more than they were
it looks like CD's. It looks like CD was farther downfield.
That's what I thought when I saw it on TV.
Yeah.
And CD, once again, this is a professional wide receiver. You know if that ball, once that ball's up there, you know if it's going to land short or if you got to haul ass to go get it. He already knew that ball was descending quicker than it should have been. He knows he should have broken down, and he could have made a play, not necessarily on the ball, but on the defensive back himself to where he doesn't catch the ball. We're about survival here. Even if you don't make that play, was it fourth down? Was it fourth down?
It was second and 8.
No.
Come on, man. We still got downs
from the 40-yard line.
We still have downs left.
With over 5 minutes left in the game.
And see, those are the kind of things that you want your number one receiver to sacrifice for his quarterback. And right now he's getting that reputation of where is Amari? And you don't want that. And I just saw Amari Cooper catch a hell of a pass for a touchdown in Cleveland. And so it lets you don't make people regret what they miss. Okay? Make I don't want that from our players. And that's the way it's looking with CD right now. He's got to get this reputation off of him because right now it's hanging on to him like he needs some soap. I'm just saying. You know when your rep is out there in a bad way, and CD knows that right now. Cowboys know it too.
So we're going to add some points there.
Oh no!
That would have been at least a field goal.
So that gets it to 27.
Yeah.
That would have sealed the win.
But see, that's what happens when you lose. All these little things become magnified.
They sure do.
When you win, it's like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And when you're struggling on offense, like they have, even the last two games, right? Every little bit makes a difference. Now, the difference is when you lose, it becomes a bigger difference. Mm-hmm. And those things start to become glaring.
Yes, and you don't want those multiple.
Because if you won, you were like, all right.
Right. Oh, CD, man, boy, you that was a business decision. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Now it ain't ha, ha, ha. Yeah, so that's the difference.
All right, we got 1 minute left. Yankees going to win?
Man, Wait, what time is it?
3 o'clock.
3:07.
3 o'clock
That's gonna
game.
be pretty cool. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yankees and the Guardians at 3:07.
The Dodgers, man. What the heck happened to the greatest team in baseball?
Yeah, they got to be
Come
upset.
on.
You know, it was
Come
funny.
on.
Funny last night, the football game was in a commercial, so I said, I'm going to go check the baseball game. Well, I thought it was in a commercial too, right? And I knew this was going to happen, right? I didn't get to sleep till 5:30 Monday morning, and I fell asleep. And I woke up, and there was still a commercial. And I go, they can't still what? And then I turned over and the football game's going. I caught back up. And then it was like, well, what happened in the baseball game? Oh, it got postponed.
Right. Oh,
so that's right. There were commercials. Something else was on. It was some goofy show, and I was like, what is going on here? Mm-hmm. And then I said, well, game's over.
Yeah, got a game at what? Is it 3 or 2?
Because they waited till like 9.
Today's game's at 3:07.
They waited till 9:30.
And by the way, your Dallas Stars,
yes,
3-0.
How about that?
And they've outscored their opponents 13-3.
Defense, baby.
4-1.
Offense, baby.
4-1, 4-1, and 5-1. I believe
that's right. And your FC Dallas team
into the playoffs.
Yes.
They won
round.
Penalty kicks. Yes.
5. They made all 5.
All 5. They made
Did you
all
watch
5.
it? No. You are a man for all seasons.
I read
it.
I know.
I actually didn't know until I just looked it up.
And
I already saw it.
And basketball starts tonight.
The Mavericks play
Warriors.
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, but basketball
against Phoenix, and they
tonight.
own Phoenix, as you know.
That's going to be a game. I look more forward to that than Lakers Warriors.
So maybe the head coach has made a difference with the scoring for the Stars.
Oh, we were switching sports.
Yeah, hold on, man.
I was going back where you started.
Jake Kidd is fired? I didn't know what was going on.
Right? No, they're scoring.
That's right.
That was the problem last year.
All right, so there was your Sports Minute as we wrap up this edition of Mixed Shots. And
football, basketball, baseball,
a little bit of
hockey,
everything
and
right there.
soccer.
Yeah.
What else? We're not missing anything.
Not right now, no. All right, we're talking football again tomorrow on the next edition of Mixed Shots.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!